Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be reviewing this wig and also installing it. This wig is the Outre Stevie Wig and this is in the color DRF2 2730. I'll put it on the screen so that you can see it, as well as this wig is a lace front wig, but it is not a full lace front where you could part it over to the side, have a lot of room to pluck. It's really just enough lace, like about a quarter of an inch amount of lace, to enough so you can glue it down. With that being said, the wig is not big head friendly at all. I don't have a big head. My diameter or circumference of my head is 22.5, and this is definitely not big on me. I was hoping it would be a little bit bigger. The reason why I say that is because when I was installing it, I wish I could have pulled it forward a lot more so that I could actually go beyond my natural hairline and just install it or spray it down to just skin and not on my hair. With that being said though, it did not give me enough room to where I could do that. However, the install did come out looking great, thank God, because it was a little bit chaotic, as you'll see in the video. I wasn't sure where it was gonna honestly go. With the wig, as I said, like the lace tabs don't come on skin, so it is a little bit floppy in this area here. It's not fully secured, so just so you know. And then as well as the sides part of the wig itself, this isn't actually glued down to my skin. It's in my hair, it's in my hairline, so I had to go in with some black eyeshadow and fill that in so that it didn't show and so it melted as much as possible. I also had to round out the hairline at the front a little bit more, and I'll get into all of this in the process where I'm showing you. I'm just letting you know right off the bat what details to look for. For this wig, the ends are not long wear friendly. I would say it's not going to give you longevity in the long run. This is not a wig where you could have it for a month or 4 weeks unless you are alternating between other wigs. The ends are starting to get a little bit trashy, and I haven't actually worn this out. I've just picked it up and done this video. There's no wearing of anything. As you can see, the first time I even combed it was on camera, so the curls in the back, I would say, have fallen a good amount, and it does tangle. It does tangle, but it doesn't shed. I can say that's one thing, it doesn't shed. I did do a little bit of plucking in the hairline fronts and sides, not too much, because with the unit and how it actually is, the lace is right beside the tracks, so if you pluck too much, you'll start to see the tracks and the weft of the tracks. You don't want that. So that's why I think this wig, you really can only wear it in like a middle part. You can't be doing a lot of things with it, but you are safe enough to where if the wind blows, you will be okay and it won't show, anything like that. And then especially if you do put black eyeshadow or spray black root cover spray on the sideburns area here, it won't show when wind blows or anything like that. Especially if your hair is dark brown 1B, you will be able to blend that in a lot more. With the reason why I chose this one is because I love the style. This was supposed to be that Beyonce wig when she debuted that color combo. I think it was in 2019, maybe 2020, when she debuted that color. So this is supposed to mimic that as much as possible. I do like the color. However, I do think this is a tiny bit too red for the front piece, but that's it. With everything else with the wig, I do like the overall style. The front of the wig is a lot softer and smoother than the back is. So just so you know that, like, the back of the wig is a lot more, not a lot more, but it's different in texture. It's different in how it feels. The lace isn't soft or anything like that, but it isn't tough. So I would say it's a medium kind of flexibility of a lace. So just so you know before, like, you go ahead and go purchase it and to melt it down. The melt was okay, like it gave a good melt. I used spray. I know that we're not really using this brand anymore, but I had it already, and honestly I've never even used it when I went to install my wigs before, so I wanted to take a stab at it, and it gave me so many things. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Hi lovelies, it's Janelle Lee. So, as I mentioned, this is a Stevie wig from Outre. This is how it looks right out of the pack. The ends are giving questionable. It looks like it's been worn a couple of times, but this wig hasn't. This is how it looked right out of the pack. And I'm showing you the cap construction. It has 3 combs, 2 at each, 1 at each ear tab, and 1 at the back, and it has the standard adjustable strap. This is the parting space. It's not a lot. It's just enough for just a middle part, and this is a close-up of how it looks. It looks great. Not too bad, but as I mentioned before, the lace is a little bit on the thicker side. The color variation and how it melts together, really lovely. They did a great job on that, on everything else. I'm giving you here a close-up of the hairline and how that looks, so you can see how circular it looks right out of the box. It's not very natural. It's not natural, period. So you do have to go in and kind of make it look natural. But here's the thing, as you can see here, there is no much lace going back. That's the track right there. So you can't really pluck and do a lot with it. If you wanted to flip it over, cross it out, because you can't. There isn't space on either side or really in the middle for anything else, as you've seen previously when I showed you the cap construction. Also showing you here how close the track is to the parting space, the lace. You can see it very, very close. Not a lot of things you can do, but it is supposed to be, I think, a throw-on wig, a more inexpensive, I guess, for USD, not CAD. It's not that inexpensive, and for the quality, I don't think it's really worth the expense. The color is amazing. I just wish it was a higher quality wig. For me, to make it look the most natural as possible, I added the scar tape, or some people have it as wig tape now, under the lace, and I've gone ahead and colored it with my foundation and a little bit of concealer in the parting space. Not too fancy for the meltdown. I'm using this spray, and it's been chaotic. I wish you guys could see all that I cut out with this spray. It was giving, let's do this another day, but here we are. So I sprayed down both the front and the sides. I did it in sections, and then I went ahead and melted it on. But with the sides, I melted the front on first, and then I went ahead and did the sides. I put them in the wrong order, but just to let you know, I colored in the sides first, as you will see in another clip coming up, and then I melted it down so it would look as natural as possible. For my hair underneath, all I have is just a wig cap. It's no ball cap or anything like that. So the melt was super easy. I just put on the melting band, and then I reinforced as much friction as possible with the end of the rat tail comb. For the cutting off of the lace, I don't know where the clip went. It went somewhere. It's not here. But I just cut it in 3 sections, and then I used the eyebrow razor to go in. For me, the spray went a little bit AWOL and went all over the place, so I had to peel it back in certain sections so you can see the residue there on my skin, but I did the best I could. With the blend, it was still showing the lace color, so I had to go back in with more of my contour powder to really make sure that it blended as seamless as possible. However, when I was looking at it, I was like, this is not giving hairline, it's giving wig with a big forehead. So I went in and tried to mimic my own hairline with some black eyeshadow and just pulled out the sides of my hairline, as I'm showing you here. If you're liking the video so far, please share, like, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Anything I could do different. I'm open for all tips and suggestions. Now on to the actual color and style of this wig. The waves are amazing. However, she tangles. The color is great, but however, she tangles. This is not worth the amount of money that I paid for it. I don't know if I got like a bad quality wig or what, but the ends at the back was just always tangled and in a mess, and I had to really go in there and brush them out all the time. As I said in the intro, the front of the wig has more of a nicer, smoother texture than the back, so that's that. Let's get into some mod shots, and as I said before, let me know your thoughts in the comment below, and please like, share, and subscribe for more content.